Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. Have you ever found yourself practicing a whole bunch, and the next day you go back to practicing, and it feels like you didn't do anything at all? If you feel like you're really struggling with retaining what you've learned from practice session to practice session, keep watching because I'm going to give you 3 huge tips to help you remember what you've practiced a lot better. Okay, the first tip is a huge one, and I want you guys to think about this very, very carefully. So, you want to think about transferring stuff from short term memory to long term memory, okay? So, if you're one of those people who will just drill stuff and do reps of things over and over and over and over again, then walk away, try doing this instead. Take your section of music, small section, and drill it, 5, 10 times, and make sure you're doing it correctly. Don't worry about speed, but you do want to make sure you implement your dynamics, correct rhythms, correct notes, correct articulation, and then jump to another passage. It could be a completely different piece of music too. Spend a little bit of time doing maybe 10 reps or so on that. Enough time to give your brain the opportunity to forget the other excerpt. Then you go back to the first one and you do the same thing. 5, 10, maybe 20 reps. And you jump around from one small chunk to another, doing different reps while also giving yourself the opportunity to forget and refocus. Forget and refocus. Doing so will help transfer all of those reps from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. So when you come back to it in the future, you'll have a greater chance of it sticking and just being there. I've also found this technique to have the added benefit of improving my ability to play a passage correctly the first time around. So give this a shot and see if it helps improve your retention and your ability to play it correctly the first time around, which is what we all need in performance, right? Second tip, don't practice till you get it right. Practice until you can never play it wrong. I don't remember who said that, but it has stuck with me for a long time. I used to practice, and I see many of my students doing this, the wrong way, okay? So we sit down, we play a little passage, and then we do it, and we do it. Every time we do it, though, we mess up something, okay? And you get to that spot, you mess up every single time. I always mess this spot up, right? You just keep doing that, and maybe after the 20th time of hitting that roadblock, you get it right. You're like, well, great, I can play it now, and then you move on. Come back to it the next day. Oh, you keep screwing up. You get to the 20th time, then you do it right. Oh, I knew I could do it. So if you think about it, going back to our first tip here, what you're actually practicing is how to do it wrong. You're practicing screwing up at the same spot every time. So if you're one of those people that goes into your lesson or whatever and I always screw this up, that's probably because you literally are always screwing it up. So the way to do this is to actually take a step back and play it a little bit slower and just play it correctly. And you can try practice tip number 1 or tip number 3, which is to make sure that when you practice, you are always practicing the music. Speed does not matter in the beginning. We want to practice the correct articulations, the correct dynamics, the correct rhythms, and of course, the correct notes. Too many people practice in a way where they learn just the notes and they act like rhythms or dynamics and articulations are just a little add-on that we do later. But your brain is going to remember how you practice it, and if you practice it without those things, the default is going to be to just do it without those things. So always try to play the music when you practice, okay? So those 3 tips. Number 1, utilize short-term, long-term practice strategies. Number 2, don't practice till you get it right. Practice till you can never get it wrong. And number 3, always practice with the music. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video today. Have fun practicing this week. And if you have any really great practice tips that you've discovered or learned over the years, please share them in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. Have a wonderful weekend and a good week next week. And as always, happy practicing.